Emergency Podcast Broadcast. Station exx47 operating at a frequency of 162.40 megahertz. Programming originates from Brandon's Garage in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You're listening to exx47 Radio.
We are going to need a producer eventually. He's like, no, I got this. I don't want to use.
I know how to use Audacity, dog.
Audacity? I don't even know what that is.
You don't?
No,
it's like the oldest fucking program to exist.
Okay, I think that's going to be good.
Is that good? Can you hear me now? Are you hearing me?
I can't hear you, dog. I'm gonna read the audio waves.
Yeah, can you read the audio waves?
It looks like it.
Is it coming in good and clear?
Yes, sir. I can always boost it if I have to.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to sound like I'm in the other side of the room. Let's see here.
We'll be able to hear your phone just fine, though. I know people love that.
Wait till they hear my Transformers ringtone.
I thought you were gonna say your Transformers laugh.
No, sir. Okay, so let me mute my phone. Do not disturb for 1 hour. We'll mute us, or I mean, we'll go on vibrate.
I really hope the landlord doesn't show up because I think they're closing today.
What? On the property? That's usually at a place. All right. Anyway, so the unnamed pod currently opening.
Yeah, bro. I really hope I don't get.
We'll figure it out.
Bugs sitting in this chair.
Have you never sat in that chair before?
It's been a few months.
I had your talent boy, and Kevin Durant's like, I'd be unstoppable.
Did you have bug bites on you the last time you sat in the chair?
No.
They're probably fine. And it's cold, you know. They're probably asleep.
So, should we? How do we meet each other, John?
How did we meet each other? I used to be your boss at Thunder Vapor.
Do you remember the day that we first caught eyes?
No, I don't remember the day they first caught eyes. Refresh my memory.
I remember you took me to the back office.
I took you to the back office
to conduct our interview.
Oh, well, okay. So yeah, I guess the first day I met you was for the interview. It wasn't when you got into an application or something.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
How did you even find out about the job? Was it from like the sign, or was it from like Indeed or something, or what was it?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm bringing fire.
No, no, honestly, because it's like I didn't apply but like dispensaries weren't a thing yet.
Right.
And I was like, I think I was still.
Hold on, we should probably introduce ourselves, right?
We can lead into that.
Okay, we'll lead into that. All right. Well, they'll find out how we met each other and then find out their names.
Okay, John.
Okay, Brandon.
No, but
I'm John. He's Brandon.
I think I was still a senior, and like I honestly think I can't remember if I went in to just go get an application and came back.
Your age?
Well, it was still legal then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was back when 18 was.
Fair.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I think I came in for application, and I think like maybe or somebody else. I'll try not to say names because they probably don't want to be mentioning any of this shit. I think somebody just gave me
individual X.
Yeah.
Individual Z.
Former employee.
Yeah.
Gave me a application, and then I think I came back and saw you, and it was funny because I remember halfway through, like we were in that little tiny fucking office in the back.
That tiny office.
And I remember you just asked me a few kind of basic questions. Like it was all like I don't remember it specifically, but then I remember halfway through, like, came in there, you just started staring at me.
Yep.
Or shit. I'll try not to say her name either.
Yeah, right.
I'll have to take that out. But I remember she just came in there.
Yeah, we'll bleep her name. Yeah, no, that's the best part about her.
And then you remember the picture you took of me to send to the group chat, and you were like, introducing our newest Thunder.
Oh, yeah. I do remember. I still have that picture on my phone.
I do too. How far I've come.
Oh, wow, that's funny. Yeah. You worked with me at the vape store for a really long time. What was it, like a year or two? think it was a year.
Yeah,
It
just
was
under
right
2
before the
years, I
pandemic.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I quit because in theory I was like, I didn't like.
Well, you and thought you were gonna die.
Well, we didn't think we were gonna die, but we were like, we didn't know what COVID was yet, and we were
Yeah.
like in a business involved around breathing on people
Yeah, fair.
in
Hey,
the
not
vape
gonna,
shop.
I'm not
I was kind
throwing
of
the
like, ugh.
coward word around.
No, for sure. I was just like, ugh.
We were essential.
We were.
He wasn't essential enough.
You're always essential.
No, I'm kidding. No, that was a crazy time, bro. Because I remember at the same time I was taking it like super crazy. Like I was thinking like, I was one of those people that was like, if you're not masking up, you're a dipshit asshole and you're the enemy. Technically, isn't wrong,
No, for
wrong
sure.
from a scientific standpoint, but at the same time, I do feel like everyone kind of was just so scared because it was just so it was such an unknown. And also the information was also confusing. And one week it wasn't airborne, the next week it's definitely airborne.
Yeah.
One week we can clean surfaces with alcohol, the next week nothing. One week sunlight kills it,
People
the next
were
week
washing.
sunlight doesn't kill it.
People were washing their groceries.
Yeah, people were
Yeah.
fucking. I never did that.
I
That
remember.
is so funny to me that they were Cloroxing.
I remember my mom washing the damn groceries.
Babe, don't open the Doritos. We gotta Clorox it.
Probably get more sick from eating bleach off of
Brother,
everything.
yes. It's like Trump, where he was like, "Can we put the disinfectant in our bodies?" It's such good. I mean, honestly, if you can look back on it and you didn't have a horrible loss and you can accept the horrible losses that happen and take it from it, the funny, just like most of the last like 12 years, I feel
Yeah.
like if you could just look at it and be like, what was funny about it?
What's crazy to me is like that was just like me getting into adulthood. So it was like I had
so
like
true.
no normalcy of anything. It was
Yeah.
like I graduated high school and then it was like here's a pandemic.
Here's a pandemic.
So
Yeah.
it was like I don't know about prices.
Bro, how do you
Like-
feel
like,
about the
I
people
remember,
that were in
like-
school still? They just
Yeah,
went
fuck
like,
that.
or the kids that were in middle school and never got to college or never
Yeah.
got to
The class before me, they went on
high
a
school.
long break and then literally never came back. They didn't
Yeah.
even graduate.
Yeah, like dude, there are people that there are kids that like didn't go to school until they were like 10 or 15. Excuse me, 10 or
Ooh.
11. Like it's crazy, like the amount of like delay that happened. Excuse me. It. I don't want to use the word stunted, but the COVID generation is going to be different. Like it's going to be
It
interesting.
already
to see
is.
it.
I feel like
Oh,
people.
no,
I feel like
definitely
people
already.
already don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah, but that's just from like I feel like exhaustion. Like everyone's just so tired emotionally that they just can't. Like how like Karens are always like they just don't take shit from anybody and they always flip out no matter what. I feel like the rest of society tried to take the higher road most of the time, but now it's gotten to the point where everything's beating you down. So it's like you have to lash out at whatever you actually can lash out at,
Yeah.
and that's what makes people like just so less. I don't know, like agreeable, so much less like understanding, and honestly, so much less looking out for others. Like I feel like COVID made it to where it was like all about, it's what's best for me, not for thee, and we gotta, it just became about watching out for yourself, which is sad because when you think about it with like hindsight, I mean, we're out of COVID. Like, don't get me wrong, inflation is fucked, but that's globally. Like every country is having horrible inflation. There is nowhere that they're just like, Viva la, like it's amazing. No, it's fucked everywhere, and it's sad that politicians like are playing everyone against each other and like trying to split everything up just because they think they can get behind this horrible thing that's happening. Like even in California with the fires right now, they're trying to they're trying to play the blame game. They're like, oh, the head of the fire department is a woman. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants.
Yeah, you can't really.
That's the problem. Like,
unless she lift them bitches.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like people try to blame like DEI hires, all these weird like things, these isms, like all this stuff. They're like, oh,
When-
it's this.
When
the
your
reason why it's not
disposable doesn't work, they blame you, John.
right. For real, like it's crazy. It's like, dude, things happen, and not all of it. Like this is me kind of going off on a little tangent here, but not only is my
little bit.
okay. I'm well, yeah. Well, we could talk about the Florida or the California fires. Like there's so many crazy things happening right now in the news that I've like been following that I'm just like wow, and it's really sad to see reality's version and like what social media is creating. So to get back to my point of COVID and everything, sorry, just went off on a tangent there. I feel like society has just been bombarded with so many bad things that have been localized in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the media, the politicians, they're all like just trying to use the bad for their own gain. And that's just causing society to get more pressed down. And again, that's why we're all being assholes to each other. And I mean, also like why everything is bad, like why driving is worse. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's other stuff that's gotten better, like violent crime is.
You don't think it's all the immigrants?
No, fuck no. It's definitely not all the immigrants. Like that's what blows my mind too. It's like
but the
gays,
John.
What pisses me off is in history, people have blamed a people or a group of people for their like problems, and it's never been the actual source of the problem ever. Like you can look into all of history, it's never been the people that are persecuted for the problems.
Well, I just kind of like to piggyback off kind of like your last topic. We may be a fluctuating country in terms of just like overall wellness and wealth and shit.
Ugh,
but I do think it's funny, like not even on some patriotic like flag in the background shit. Like America at its worst is still better than like 90% of the other countries in the world. I mean, so it's really hard for anybody to like relate. Yeah, give a shit, or like it's really hard. That I think that has to do with a lot of isolation too, because people know that everybody else has it worse, but they're like, what am I gonna do?
Americans live in a bubble that is so insulated that it's like we have freedoms that other countries don't. We can say absolutely crazy bonker shit. We can do crazy bonker shit and face almost no consequences. And it's you can't really do that in other countries. So yeah, you're right. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. We have unbelievable freedoms here. It is a great country. We aren't perfect, but yeah, you're right. Like out of the whole world, if we took all nations into account, yeah, we're definitely top 10. But our education is really bad. Our overall society is suffering while the top echelon of people
other
is
than like yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like if you're making over $150,000, you're doing well. Majority of Americans aren't making that.
Speaking of,
they're making 30
money
to
and
40.
income,
Yeah.
side hustles. How's your video game business?
Bro, we're gonna go off on another tangent. Holy shit. Okay, we're just gonna jump around.
Bro, why don't you start filming those and shit?
Well, I've actually been thinking about that. I'm looking into a camera mount for my phone. The problem is, like, the things I would record.
Because what I like to see is people going out and doing shit. Like that's why, not to be like, oh, but like
I even did a little
stupid vintage
I could
video
definitely record that. Yeah, I could probably do that.
Not like in your face vlogging, but I just mean like somebody you like being like, I'm gonna go somewhere, and then they're just kind of indiscreetly taking video, but they still manage to make it like an interesting like video without them being like, hey guys, what's up? Here at Barnes and Noble, looking for anime pussy, like shit like that. You know,
okay.
like,
So if I was a content creator, I would be like, yeah, you're right, I should be doing that. The problem is I'm a flipper and an aspiring video game store owner.
But also, just in my head, if you can get people like any views that you get, people are gonna know you as a video game guy,
right?
And then people are gonna bring you shit
if you're a gold
that you wouldn't even have to look for.
If you're a gold prospector,
and then they throw you deals just because they're like, I sold to John.
If you're a gold, you're right. If you're a gold prospector, you don't want to record the location of where you're getting your gold. So I mean, I could record like pickups of going on a Facebook hunt, but that's a lot of like extra middle ground work that I'm not trying to do because,
or at least like haul videos. Or something.
Hear me out. What I want to do is record my process of like processing, cleaning, refurbishing systems, figuring out what's wrong with stuff. I think people really enjoy that. I like trying to go through like, oh, what is this thing? Like, let me give you an example. I recently ordered a PC Engine PC Engine core graphics from Japan.
In layman's terms,
that is the Japanese version of the TurboGrafx. The TurboGrafx was a system that was released in the late 80s that was a competitor to the NES.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers, yeah. This is, although these games are like shoot 'em ups, like, you know, spaceship shooting, a lot of platforms like Bonk's Adventure, Bonk's Revenge, those are all on that. It was made by the company NEC. Anyway, Point is,
do you be bonking?
I don't be bonking. I prefer the shooters. I haven't played bonk yet. I've heard unbelievably good things though. But I ordered the core graphics and I got it in the other day, and it had this horrible smell. And this smell is
You're like,
I know.
did I realize I shit my pants?
I know, right? No, I didn't shit my no. So like I smell it, and it's like a metallic sweet sour smell.
Was it Charlie?
No, it wasn't Charlie. It to this day we haven't 100% identified it yet. So, but
You gotta
I
introduce Charlie at
researched
some
this on
point,
the
by the way.
internet, and nobody knows what it is. There's some theories,
Oh,
but
it's like a
nobody has like.
notorious thing, the stank.
There's no notorious thing of this thing. People
Oh,
are like describe it as fishy. Some people describe another smell as like dog food.
what happened to your system?
We don't know. So I think it might be a capacitors that are like leaking
So
slowly.
anytime somebody comes up to you, now you're like, smell my.
Not even joking. I'm about to take it to Video Games Plus and do that.
What was it again?
Sorry, I have something in my eye.
Graphics.
Core graphics.
Core graphics.
It's a small little PC engine. Anyway,
No, I can think of it in my head. I just couldn't say it.
But anyway, it smells really bad on the inside. Not the whole thing,
Smell it.
just the circuit board. The circuit board smells bad. So I've been doing a lot of research. No one knows what it is.
Was it a stepbrother scenario? Was somebody's stepbrother rubbing their balls on this?
No.
Console, you think?
Honestly,
Like years
the
of
worst
ball abuse?
theory is a cat or something has been pissing. But that would have corrosion, and there's no corrosion.
How often do cats piss in stuff?
A lot.
Do they?
A lot.
Because I be seeing and hearing that, but
Dog,
I'm like,
it's so common. What's crazy is if you put people.
I grew up with
crackheads-
tiny female dogs that just piddle and do tiny little.
Dogs
goofies.
aren't the problem. It's cats, because cats jump up on stuff and then they pee in it.
Oh, it's like the fun. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They make it
sorry,
rain.
I have something in my eye.
Shoddy in the club making it rain.
Yeah. Where was I going with that? Oh, anyway. So the smell. So I have to. I just talked to the seller of it. I got it on eBay, and I talked to them about it. And I was like, "So what can we do about this?" They gave me a $30 refund. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it, and I'm gonna try to figure out what the smell is, and then try to figure out a way to cure it, because this has only happened previously to my childhood collection. That's the only other time I've smelled this smell. It's really weird, and in some controllers. So I think it's either the PCB degrading or it's the capacitors. Either way, I'm going to do the classic soak it in fucking alcohol, remove all the capacitors, then soak it in alcohol, scrub it with a toothbrush, soak it for longer, scrub it with a toothbrush, and then take it out, replace all the capacitors, and hopefully the smell will be gone. If the smell is not gone, I got a discounted PC engine and I figure out something else. However, the turn of events that is nuts.
So you've been having this console?
No, I just got this.
Oh, you just got it.
My childhood collection had the same smell, but it only had it after I had it in storage.
And you're
for 4
sure
years.
it's not you?
Positive it's not me. It could possibly be. The other possibility is mildew. Somebody said that online, but they said that I would see visual things of this.
And I'm assuming you've torn it apart.
Oh God, yeah, it's all a part of my. Yeah, I take apart everything to make sure.
Was there anything gunky or weird whenever you opened it?
Actually, if you want to talk about an interesting topic really quick that relates to what we're talking about, this is not a tangent. This is about capacitors in retro game systems.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So, during the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, and the very early 90s, the console manufacturers were making their systems using capacitors that are horrible. It's known as the capacitor apocalypse. They had fish oil, other stuff in them.
Ugh.
It's crazy. And we look at it now and it makes no fucking sense. It's just like bonkers. I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, they had to do what they had to do, but it's just bonkers that this is what happened. Anyway, so these capacitors, they basically have a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, year lifespans.
We talking flux or no?
Not flux. These are like electric capacitors. They're like these little, they look like tubes with two wires coming out. Anyway, so they pop, leak, and then they eat the boards and destroy them. You need to replace everything. NES,
I've done
SNES,
I've done that a few times.
NES, SNES, Genesis, Game Gear, and pretty much all of Sega and all of the NEC systems. So TurboGrafx, Core Graphics Shuttle, all those. By the way, we could do a whole episode on the TurboGrafx. It is one of the coolest systems ever. It is arcade quality games in the 80s.
Bro, this is why you need to do your own YouTube. You could go off about any individual topic for hours. And you already have all the hardware. You could take it apart in person, like show everybody.
There are a lot of people that already
do all the shit
better than me.
No, but like
anyway,
you think that, but you're the John.
I'm the John. Jesus. Oh, my dog just now fell over. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting super technical, and I'm pulling my co-host into nothingness. I apologize.
No, I'm interested. I'm listening.
So anyway, my chair squeak. I'm gonna get WD-40 for that. So, anyway,
I think I've sprayed it before. I don't know what good it's
I
gonna
wonder
do.
what it is. It's a rocking chair. Like, how does that squeal? It's just buckling under my weight.
It's kind of it's kind of like horror movie esque. Like
It is.
an old lady sitting in the rocker. It's like
the wood.
yeah.
Anyway, to cut it short, if you have a Game Gear, if you have any retro console, look into having the capacitors replaced in it, especially if it's your childhood systems, because I know those are more about memories than they are about anything else. But I'll get that point out. Do that. Look into it. Replace your capacitors. Anyway, on to the next subject, which is man.
How's video game
How is my
hunting going?
video game business going? Well,
one of your consoles stinks.
Well, one of my
What's
consoles
next?
stinks. Well, I just scored 14 or 15 NES systems, 9 or 10 N64s, and a bunch
What
of other
colors?
stuff. The N64s, I got green, blue, and then the standard gray.
See my green one?
I did not. I missed that.
I have a green one.
I apologize.
My autistic friend growing up gave me his whole collection one day because he liked me so much.
You took advantage of a.
No, I was just always that kind of guy. I'm always reaching out. I'm that type of guy. I'm that type of guy.
Like, yo, bro. If you ever have an emotional breakdown.
In retrospect, I probably should have said, "No, you need this."
No,
but as a child,
Video Games Plus or some bullshit.
Bro, you want to hear a little story?
Oh, tell me a story. You can talk.
No, growing up though, I think I might have told you this before. Just like in terms of,
is it your stand-up routine?
No, shut up, shut up, bro. I have more than one story, actually. It may not seem like it. No, but
I'm a varied individual.
Bro, yeah. On a subtopic though, some people at the comedy club, I've been going there for like a year and a half, 2 years.
And there's stuff never changes.
I've been hearing the same joke every goddamn week.
Well, yeah, you have to really buckle it down.
But the same shit
every goddamn week. Well, that's probably because they've got like certain stuff that works and then everything else around it. They're like, man, I gotta get this hour and only like 30 of it's funny.
It's 4 minutes.
Okay, hang on, I can't. You can't be.
You think we're going up there for an hour?
You cannot be telling me stuff about other people's professions /
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, and that makes me sad. I'm going to judge them, and I don't want to judge them. 4 minutes?
4 minutes. It's
okay,
not.
Guys,
no. It's not just one.
Better.
It's not
4 minutes.
It's not just one person. Like
I tell 3 funny jokes in 2 minutes.
Like I'm not saying this.
Well, I'd laugh.
You think that it's hard?
Yeah,
it's hard. Get up there in front of a group of people, John.
Well, I did Toastmasters.
Anyway,
if anyone doesn't know what Toastmasters is, it's speech in high school.
Bro, this chair's broken as shit. Look how far
your chair's broken as shit. Nobody's hearing your chair. Mine's.
I'm laying down.
It's bad, boys.
That's why I hope nobody's gonna pull up. They're gonna come in here and see
I don't
us,
think anyone's pulling up, bro.
And they're gonna be like,
it's a good excuse to just not do your job.
They've been here the past 2 days.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I just heard a horn.
I know. There's a parking lot and shit though. What made you start drinking that?
It's an ale. It's high alcohol content, so I don't have to consume a lot of it. It tastes good.
Are you gonna be good to drive?
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah,
okay.
no, I'll be fine. I probably should nurse that one.
Yeah. Thank you. I do have to babysit today.
Well, I mean, down the street, yeah, I do at 5. But down the street is like a cane, or not canes.
I'm gonna chill at Canes for a few
hours.
Chicken
spot. I'll just swing by there and grab some chicken.
But I've been meaning to ask you, speaking of records and shit, have you ever been to next to Project Relief?
Wait, the last subject. What were we talking about? We gotta finish that.
Just video games.
It was just video games in general. How the video game flipping business going? Great.
Any
Don't get into it though. I don't need more competition.
I was hoping you would have something cool other than a stinky console to talk about.
I have a lot to talk about. 14 NESs, 11 N64s.
You talked about those for
all the N64s
2 minutes.
Worked great.
Those are consoles, John. Where's the creme de la creme?
I just got a shitload of NES games that I just cleaned, and some of them don't work. But
high dollar, big budget finds, John.
What were my high dollar, big budget finds recently? Okay, all the Yokai Watch games.
Okay.
3 is $400.
What about? Okay. Good for you.
There's fun fact. Yokai Watch 2. There's 3 games. So enjoy that. This guy's chair has given up. Mine, warning of giving up. His, completely never from the beginning was down. But wait a minute. Did you get that off the side of the street? I swear to God, my roommate's chair was that chair, and it was broken in the same way.
I feel like the black dude Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
The black dude, I don't know that reference because it's probably racist.
It kind of is. But it kind of is. There was this whole conspiracy because of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. They give the one black character, they put him at the end of the table, and they give them one bad chair.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Maybe that's like not a conspiracy so much as it's like a commentary on society always fucking the black man.
Well, at the same time, there's only like 6 kids at the table. I stand
with you, as all gingers do. Just so you know, all gingers have an N pass according to Facebook.
Gingers?
Yeah, we have an N-word pass. Really? I don't believe it, and I won't use the term, but it's nice to know that my brothers in color represent.
You have no brothers, John.
We do. Ginger. Well, I do actually have technically a blood brother who's a piece of shit, but he'll never hopefully see this. Fuck that kid.
I'm sending it to him. I'm sending him the unedited version.
But what were we talking about? Consoles, guys. It's good. I need to figure out a way to get some cheap real estate so I can open a store. That's my dream. But this is $1 million, you said? What the fuck? I need to get a storefront. Mainly, the thing I've realized about retro video game sales isn't so much the customers as it is the inventory. Like, if you have a way for the inventory to come to you, it changes the game.
Yeah.
Like, when you have to drive, like me, I drive, guys, listen.
Your biggest expense is hunting.
My biggest expense is hunting. I literally drive to Tulsa, to Dallas, to Texas.
I'd be seeing on Facebook like shitty storefronts for like $200-300 a month.
Yeah, you should send me those. I'd like to see them. The biggest thing I'm worried about is security and location and price. Those 3 things are obviously not. You can't get all 3. It's like a trifecta of a moving thingy or whatever it's called. I forget the graph is called.
Bro,
what? But anyway,
no.
Let me stay on the subject. I need to have all 3 in some manner. So I'm saying if I have like $700 a month, but it's like close to more, like
I'll sell you those.
That'd be kind of cool. I think those go for like $100. 200? You just made up a number. I only know because I'm pretty sure I've seen them on Marketplace and actually seen them sell. You can get
the non-break one.
Well, the tax stamp is cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
And you can literally just go into a Mexican restaurant and be like,
"Can I put it in Thunder?"
I mean, will you split it with us?
I'll give you 20%.
I think the deal is you have to split it with the business.
You have to get 20%, not 50. This Jew over here. We're a dying breed.
Well, no. I mean,
cheap assholes are everywhere, John.
You know what you could do? You could literally just put that outside your door.
Just have the homeless people come and I'll put
crack rots in there.
I'll put Narcan and crack in there.
Change it to 2,500. I'm sure they wouldn't figure out a way to open it.
One quarter at a time.
Bro, did you see the wall down the street that just got knocked the fuck down?
Did you hear me?
What?
And you putting $2,500 in there 1 quarter at a time?
Oh my god. I do need to have a podcast, and I need just somebody that sits there and listens, and then continue.
You've talked 80% of this podcast.
I know. I want you to talk about something,
and you're like, okay, dude, edit this shit. Let me know how I look. Send me the close-ups.
Whoa, I never said anything about myself recently. No, okay. Wait, what? No, I never had that conversation. That conversation. Editing though, we should, because I do talk a lot.
This is why it's all unedited. This is all unedited.
Subject
there is no editing.
We need a subject we can bounce back on. So, what's something that right now that that you're passionate about right now, right this second? Like, what's something that you're doing?
This.
Well, no, besides
YouTube,
the pod. Besides the
comedy. YouTube. I went and did stand up last Wednesday.
That's awesome. How'd it go?
2 days ago.
How'd it go?
Not bad. I went from talking about World War II.
Wait, your stuff has changed?
School shoot. Yeah, I change it up every month, dog.
Dude,
new jokes every month.
I thought you were just working on that story.
Every month.
You gotta let me know when you change your shit so I can come see it.
I post them on Instagram.
Well, I don't believe him. It might be there, but
You be
fuck
just
him.
liking that shit for no reason. You're
Wait,
like,
what? No,
fuck
I
this
listened
guy.
to it. And it's the
I'm just
controller
joking.
story.
That was my first one. I've done
Oh, I
I've done
must have
this one
missed
and another one.
I'm sorry. I've been listen.
I don't care.
No, listen.
I'm
This is to
busting your
all my
balls.
Instagram homies. I have really not been on Instagram at all, and I feel bad because there's quite a few people super cool. You're in the social media world.
You need to start posting more.
I do. I've been
Do stories of just you
I
talking about
honestly
games
have
and
been
shit.
so busy with everything. Like I'm traveling all the time. Or by traveling, I mean just driving.
Going to Tulsa twice a week.
Dude, you can't do something while you're driving. I mean, you can, but it's garbage.
I have a dash cam.
Yeah, what you do?
It
pretty
hooks
cool.
up to
I don't
that
know what I
camera.
would talk about to myself. I literally listen to a podcast while I drive and try not to fall asleep.
Commentate on that podcast.
I don't even think that's legal.
Bro, how about this? Every time you go to Tulsa, go to somewhere good to eat so you have some food to talk about.
Okay, guys. This guy is a pot of ideas.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm all about the
He's
content,
like,
bro.
dude, be a content creator for food. Be a content creator for fucking what you're doing in the morning. Brushing your teeth, content.
Bro, just if it sounds
Wiping your ass.
if it
What
sound,
direction do you go?
if it sounds
Content.
if it sounds fun, you got to do it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like if you're doing it, you need to do it. Like that's a problem.
Well, I can't follow you around all the time.
I'm more about like focused content in my mind because I feel like people don't care about like I'm not a vlogger. They don't want to see what I'm doing because sometimes I'm just sitting there in my chair on fucking.
You think people would rather see that?
No, they fucking hate that.
Well, like
I mean, they
feel
watch
like
exx47 and he's fucking just.
you go to any YouTube channel, it's just even me. It's me talking to my computer. But like that's what I mean. Like there's
Yeah, but
hardly
those are
any
interesting
people
videos.
go.
His videos are interesting. If you don't watch them,
I
you're
thought you
missing
said they
out.
were shit videos.
No,
I was
what?
like, damn.
Holy shit!
I
No,
was
guys,
like, damn.
his videos. I'm not saying that like I haven't watched. I don't think I've watched the last one or two. I'm not saying his takes
I
are
don't
maybe
even expect you
100%,
to.
but his videos are very well thought out. He edits them really well. He does his research. He keeps you captivated and listening. Give him a shot. I like him. Just saying. I've like I said, I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to watch the last two on Instagram or YouTube. I've been bad friend. I've been very busy, bad friend.
No, you've been good friend.
You're
here now.
I'm here now. That's true, and I'm going to try to make as much time for this as possible. But
and that's kind of what to piggyback from our very first conversation.
Oh God, back to the beginning. People are going to be jumping around.
How we met.
Oh,
I feel like we probably talked about doing this months into us knowing each
Bro,
other.
we've talked about. I mean, who doesn't talk about doing a podcast? Like that's the problem. I feel like that's what made me hesitate.
Not a lot of people.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
The alarm
All friends talk about, bro, we could record us talking and be interesting. And everyone's like, oh, someone will like to listen to us talk. Really, it's always just rambling bullshit, I feel like. But I do have some very solid information, and I do go through the process of trying to learn it to the best of my ability, which I do feel like other people could possibly benefit from, which is why I agree with you. I should probably document the shit I do. Like when I take apart a console and I clean it and I discover problems, I bet there are other people out there that would somehow benefit from seeing those issues and how I solve them.
Well, it's not only that, and like that's assuming you're like, how many videos have you watched where you're like, yeah, people are doing that? And again, I'm not hating on anybody or any type of specific creator, but you look at it and you're like, yeah, people are doing that, but it's literally only what you're describing, like the teardown or like the one specific problem, and not to mention
it's not just the whole experience, which is what I'm saying.
Hello, guys.
Like,
thank you
for
for tuning in today.
It's no personality. Like I'm saying, like I'm not even saying you have to be like, hey guys, it's your boy Johnny D. Like I'm just like, but like any type of personality or any type of like anything, it's like people like, and then they're gonna be like, oh, whenever they do have another problem, they'll come back and be like, at least I know I like this guy. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know.
No, you're right. You're definitely correct. Like I was gonna say to agree with your point.
And it's such a slow burn.
What is?
Just anything YouTube or like.
Well, yeah. I mean,
media.
well, here's the thing. I've found that I've discovered more useful. Like, don't get me wrong, teardown videos are extremely useful. People that go like, hey, I just bought these 5 broken consoles. Let's see what's wrong with them. Unbelievably useful. But when you're trying to narrow down a specific issue and you search in YouTube, just an example to reference what I've previously talked about in the pod, the fish smell. If I search capacitors or replacing capacitors, no one really talks about the smell that I described. But then again, everyone's definition of smells are different. So
that's why we need smell-o-vision.
I'm not even joking. We do. Like me shoving the console in your face, what does that smell to you? What the fuck?
Like pussy.
But anyway, yeah, no joke. Anyway, and that's what I thought fish smell was, guys. And it doesn't smell like pussy. It's metallic, sweet, and sour. Pussy does not smell. Maybe it does.
We
It's
have
been
the
a couple of
expert.
years. I'm sorry, guys.
Video game pussy expert.
Again, been busy.
By the way, how do you say your last name? Is it Duplies?
It's like 2 + 3. Duplex. Well, do we
Duplies?
want to do last names on the pod?
I do mine. It's public
Oh, okay.
information.
Yeah, okay. So
We don't have
it's
to.
Duplessis.
You just want me to
2 +
call you
3.
John? I can just call you
Duplessis.
John.
John Duplessis.
Duplessis?
Yeah,
Is that
Duplessis.
French?
It is French.
French Canadian?
It's French.
French.
It's my family's South African.
So South African, Jewish.
Whoa, I'm not Jewish at all. I'm my
Have you seen your
attitude-
nose?
No, listen, let me talk it out. I
Look at his
okay,
prices.
In jest, people have called me John the Jew, but that is because I'm a
You're very anti-Semitic.
no. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'm very frugal.
Ironically,
and
it
I
would.
also, when people ask for like money or like discounts, I'm always like the guy that like I don't know, like a haggle to me is a good day, like all this stuff. So people have called me this. I am not Jewish at all, but evidently, coming from probably racist individuals, I have a lot of Jewish. What is that called?
You
Jewish
can't be calling me
attributes.
racist on this podcast.
Well, have you called me John the Jew?
No.
There you go. So he's not one of them.
I
But
call you John the Black.
Wow.
Packing a
We're all
uncircumcised
we're all
hog.
persecuted, just in different ways. Anyway,
I have to pee.
that sucks.
I know,
How
I
much
guess
time do we have left?
I'll pinch it, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't eaten, so we're gonna pinch. But what time is it?
We're good.
Okay, cool. But anyway, back to the discussion. I agree with you. I should be recording stuff. I'm looking into.
You don't have to. I just think like if you're
You
talking
gotta
about
let
it,
me
you might as
finish.
well.
Like I'm getting a neck thing. The thing where I can record what I'm doing with the phone. I need to find one of those. That's good. I was gonna try the mount deal, but I don't have a lot of like space because I'm a very like guys. I definitely have ADHD. Like I am very disorganized when it comes to my workspaces. Stuff is like almost everywhere. Don't get me wrong. I get a little brain boner when everything's organized. But at the same time, once I start working on a project, shit just gets everywhere. It's crazy. And I hate that about me. It's very, very toxic. And it just it frustrates. But at the same time, it's just how my brain works. It's weird. And I like remember pictures in my brain of where stuff is. It's weird. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What was I talking about? Jesus. Recording what I do. I do want to record processing consoles, cleaning them, checking if they work, just my process, because I feel like people will enjoy that. I also want to record hunts in a way. I want to record when I go into a game exchange or something. The problem is when I reference like a prospector not wanting to reveal where he gets his gold, as a hunter, if I reveal where I go to get really good finds, other people will go there. And that's cool, I guess, for them. But I also have to, like, again, this is my Jewish tendency. I have to think about, like, profit, the bottom line. I have to make sure that this places are my gold honey holes. So I probably won't do hunt videos. Also, hunt videos tend to be kind of boring, I've found, unless you're like really obsessed about a current subject. Like if you're a toy hunter, I get why toy hunting videos are popular because it lets you know when waves are coming in various sectors or regions of the US, which is very important for a toy hunter. Guys, I used to be a toy hunter in the pandemic. I was crazy about it. I get that. All the information is important. I'm sorry that I just talk a lot and I can take over the conversation so bad. If you want to change the subject to something better, we can. I apologize. Or I can keep talking about toy hunting.
May I speak?
You may speak. Yeah.
Last time I spoke, you got all upset how I cut you off.
I apologize.
And then you go off for 5 minutes and you're like, hey man, we're going to jump in at any point.
That was a little bit of a projection because I don't want to talk over him while he is talking. So it's kind of like I wish I had a visual cue of when he's going to say something so I can stop.
Do I need to put my hand on you like a mom?
I'm not joking. Like a finger would be good, so I know whenever. Because I don't want to. I feel like the audio is going to be fucked up. Sorry, this is all episode 1 stuff, guys. You gotta bear with us. So
says the guy who just showed up.
I did show up, but that's a lot. But no, I'm just saying we gotta.
Assuming the audio's fucked up.
No, not assuming that.
You're fucked up, John.
I just have to not talk over him because I know podcasts. That's one of the biggest problems. So, back to us talking about something that we can bounce back. What have you recently been hunting for? I'm just curious. While we're talking about hunting, like, have you been still hunting GameCube games, or have you been relaxing on that?
Well, as you may know, I like anything. Like I grew up. I what I first did is I bought most of the games that like I didn't have that I wanted growing up.
For
Like
the
all
GameCube or for all systems?
for GameCube mostly.
Okay, okay.
Maybe a few Wii games here and there.
To chime
That's
in,
why I really want a PS2. Like a lot of the games I want to play now are on PS2, and I don't have a PS2.
I will make that happen. We
I
can
know.
talk. I will actually hook you up on that.
Yeah, for $300.
No. Like, do you want one that's hackable or one that's not hackable?
I'm just fucking with you. I don't care.
Well, if you want it hackable that you can put a hard drive in it, the fat one,
Yeah.
I can hook that up for. I'll just give you for $80 for the hard drive extender and everything. That's like $30 off what I charge.
But other than I've been getting a few like Grail items. Like I got Chibi Robo and stuff. I actually had that
You got
growing
Chibi
up.
Robo?
Yeah.
How much was that? Like $300 fucking dollars?
No, it was like under 200, but my girlfriend got it for me for Christmas.
Dude, girlfriends that are cool.
For sure.
Shout out. She's cool.
She's upstairs.
Do we need a name?
No.
No. JJ.
Sounds like a big old black guy's upstairs.
Big JJ.
My husband. No, but
big. I'm sorry. That was a joke. Like,
fucking I've been getting, I had that growing up, and I like never returned or like swapped in any games.
Yeah.
But my retarded kid self couldn't get past the first like 15 minutes
For
of Chibi
Chibi?
Robo.
Yeah.
Returned it
You know what?
as a kid. So I've gotten it. I've been playing it. And then a few of the other Grail games like Fire Emblem and like a few of like the Zelda Twilight Princess and shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't grow up playing those, so I'm not like dying to get them when I can just emulate them like super fucking easily.
No,
and I don't even mean like me. I want the collection, but it's like if I don't even give a fuck about the game, like
it's more. But for you, it's very tied to the memory. And
yeah.
I get
so,
it. That's
but
good.
I say that for the Grail games. Like every other game I've gotten up there, it's like even if I barely give a fuck about it, I bought it. You know what I mean? Like
you got the variant bug, which is cool.
Yeah,
the
like
variant bug is a very special kind of collector where you try to get the rarer versions of games, and he approaches it really well. He actually goes for the cheaper games that have really expensive variants, which is very smart because you can usually find those on Marketplace and on like Mercari and eBay for really cheap.
That's why I had a few double copies. It was just like I might as well.
3 copies of Cars, and one of them's a very rare variant, and that's very dope. And people care about the variants in collecting, especially when you're trying to get a full collection, guys. That matters. What's your favorite GameCube game?
Yeah, I've been playing Road Rage a lot just because I remember.
Dude, I got that was the like.
And I know that's not an exclusive or anything, but I remember growing up back before we even had a GameCube when we rented one from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And we would like that was more of like when my sisters were a little bit older, and it was more of like a family thing. So it was like what's something we can all play, and we were like we recognized Simpsons, so we would get that like all the fucking time. So when we finally did get a GameCube, it was like we had to get Road Rage. So
that's awesome.
I've just been playing that a lot because I'm trying to get every character. I'm only like 2 characters away.
Yeah.
You have to get like $1 million in cab fare.
Isn't there a wrestling game too for The Simpsons? I really
that's on like
the
NES or something.
Is it? No, it's not the NES. It's on like the N64 or the PlayStation. Because actually, I think it might be on GameCube. I don't remember. The point is
the only 2 on GameCube is Hit and Run and Hit and Run and Road Rage.
Game Pro magazine, guys. Shout out. Oh, let me tell you my story about Chibi Robo. The only reason I even know about Chibi Robo, which guys, great game, unbelievably good. It's hard, but it's a puzzle solver. Makes you think. It's really fun.
They need to bring it back.
My ex in college, she loved Chibi Robo and she loved Bubble Bobble, not Bubble Bobble, the one you shoot the balls. Bubble Bobble, the one that you like shoot the balloon and suck up bad guys and turn them into candy and fruits and stuff. That girl was cool. I hate her now, personal reasons. But she turned me on to some cool games. I got to be honest. Like
turned you on some other ways too, huh?
Yeah, no joke. And I'll be real with you. Like the problem with a lot of like relationships is when you find a gamer girl and they just play The Sims. She was actually pretty varied, and I gotta give her credit for that. Like I don't think we're cool ever anymore. But at the same time, I gotta give her credit. She was a real gamer in her own rights, and that's actually gatekeeping. That's probably wrong for me to say that, but still, I was impressed. But back to Chibi Robo, very good game, very expensive, very rare, and also crazy how good it is.
And I returned it as a child.
And you returned it as a child. That's such an unfortunate.
The only game I bought worth a damn.
Wow. You want to talk about another game that's kind of funny that people that was being sold for super cheap that no one really gave credit. Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
For the Wii.
That's
the
what
Fire Emblem for the Wii.
I was gonna say. I wanted Fire Emblem on the GameCube, but I was like, I don't even think I'd play this game.
Fire
I
Emblem
just
on the
kind of want it for
GameCube,
the
I believe,
collection.
complete is $200, right?
Something.
Something like that. And Fire Emblem for the, or no, not for the Wii, for the GameCube, and for the Wii, I believe it's 120 or something. I might be wrong on
Something
those numbers.
stupid.
I
every
apologize.
time they release a game, they're like, "This is the one that nobody's gonna give a fuck about."
Yeah,
and then every time,
it's all about the
as soon as it
aftermarket,
goes
bro.
on unreleased, it's
Yeah,
like,
what happens is okay for the uninformed. Back in the day, whenever Game Exchange, GameStop, all these stores existed, mainly GameStop, they would do for the GameCube. It was not a success, unfortunately. Like we all have fond memories of it, but unfortunately, most people chose the PlayStation or the Xbox. So that made the GameCube suffer in sales. So GameStop would sell GameCube games for crazy cheap in these big ass like metal baskets. It like nowadays, most recent thought I could come up with is like Xbox 360 kind of clearancing. But dude, GameCube, you get Fire Emblem, you get Chibi Robo, you get all these
I
games
saw
sub $30, guys.
I saw a
It was
video.
crazy
I
time.
saw a picture on Instagram, and it was like Walmart 15 years ago or whatever, and
Oh
it was an
god.
end cap with the GameCubes for $50.
Yeah. Guys, it was a crazy time. The same thing, like almost all of Nintendo products back in the day would go on insane clearance bundle deal, or not just bundle deals, but crazy clearance deals. Like you go to Walmart, there'd be pallets of N64s for $129.99. GameCube, Wii, they all did it. And nowadays they don't do it. Like you can't get a Switch for $129.99.
Yeah,
It's a sad day, man.
still fucking $300.
Still $300, and they've already pretty much announced the Switch 2. It's so
unofficially,
dumb.
bro.
Yeah,
It pisses me off
unofficially
too that
through accessory
they're not, the
manufacturers.
new one's not going to be OLED like out the
Is
base
it? I
model.
haven't heard. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention.
They
to
said
the
they're
leaks.
just doing it HD, like it's not OLED.
But don't OLED screens have problems with like with burn in, which kind of makes sense why they would try to stay away from it. Not saying that,
But they're still going to do the
OLED
upgrade
monitor.
for another $50 for the OLED
Oh,
model.
100%. 100%. That's Nintendo for you, bro. Now Nintendo, they give you a subpar, sub-technologically advanced product, but upcharge you when they give you just a little bit. Like, do you remember whenever they upgraded the battery and people bought it? I did. I was like, oh fuck it, it's a new battery and a little bit better processor.
I've had my
I think it was
Switch
a
since 2016. It's been going strong.
I had that. I don't know where that one went. Somebody maybe stole it or I misplaced it. I don't know.
I don't know how everybody fucks up their Switch so much. I've only had Joy-Con drift, and even then, it's like,
Well, that's easy fix. You just buy the
I fixed them all.
Hall effects.
Yeah. No, I've just straight up bought Joy-Con replacements from Amazon and just did it that way.
Yeah, you can do that, but you can also just order the Hall effects ones and they're fixed forever. They're like $20 a piece, and they're magnets. These magnets, guys, it's pretty cool. It's insane actually how advanced joystick technology has come in the last 5 years. But sorry to get it back on subject. So you're currently playing. What was the game you said?
I was just playing a little bit of Road Rage.
Road Rage. Simpsons Road Rage.
I've been playing The Sopranos Road to Respect on my channel. I think I've got one more episode.
For what system? That's for the GameCube?
I've been emulating it, but it's on PS2.
PS2. Okay, is that good? I haven't played that game.
It's alright. It's basically just another episode. Yeah, I think I have like one more mission.
That's pretty cool.
Because I didn't spoil it, but I saw a timeline and I was like pretty close to the end.
Oh, okay,
so,
that's cool.
which I honestly had no idea where I was at. It's kind of at the point where like it could end soon or it could fucking just get started. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's kind of wrapping up.
I've been playing Helldivers. Helldivers, guys. It's a lot of fun, especially if you like to get off work, chill out, play with the homies, and just fucking kill some bugs.
You know what game I hate?
What game do you hate?
Binding of Isaac.
I love that game. How do you hate that?
Because
game?
I see everybody and their mom play it, and it's so fucking boring to watch.
Guys, he says things sometimes that makes me go, "Wow, we're friends."
Yeah, fuck that game.
It's such a good game, guys.
No, but it makes me. I've never even wanted to play it because I've seen everybody in their mom play it. And they're like, "But it's a unique experience every time."
It's so good, guys.
So is my fucking nuts.
Do you like roguelikes though?
I don't even know what that is.
A roguelite is a game where every time you play till you die, and then when you die, you unlock either new stuff or it randomizes.
Well, it's pretty funny considering I'm playing Road Rage, which is just Crazy Taxi. So essentially that.
Well, Crazy Taxi is different.
It's literally the same thing.
Now, one thing, okay, I want to emphasize, a roguelike is defined as where you die and then you have to start over, but you get new
That's
access the stats.
literally road rage.
You die in road rage.
You
unlock the
mission
stats.
over and then you restart, and every
That's-
restart's the exact same.
No,
But you
you don't-
unlock
it's not-
different shit.
But it's different. Trust
It's
me.
the exact same thing. I guarantee
This
you.
is something we could argue about.
This is
for
one
30
thing
minutes.
John doesn't know about,
Guys.
and you heard it here first.
If I want to put it on the record that my co-host has now said that Simpsons Road Rage is a roguelike.
Might as well be.
Please destroy him in the comments.
We're gonna get a comment.
If we get even one in my favor, I will be happy.
That's if we post this.
We have to post. His opinion needs to be challenged, guys. Okay,
You're
so,
mentally challenged.
No, well, let's not throw names here. He's salty now. He's mad that his opinion might be extremely wrong.
No,
I
I
use
know
the
it's
word
right.
extremely to just.
I know it's right.
But let's digress. On to vintage games though that have been very fun to play. I have been wanting to get started on Gauntlet Legends Dark Legacy.
Sounds familiar.
It's
Oh, that's a
Gauntlet
GameCube game, right?
It's a GameCube
Yeah,
game
yeah,
that's a like 2.0 release of Gauntlet Legends for N64. It gives you a bunch of new characters, same game. Different consoles have different like stuff, not stuff, but like quality of life stuff. Anyway, the point is a great game, especially for parties, or not just parties, but like for a group of friends. It's great for roommates to play because you level up and you unlock stuff, and you.
How's your roommate doing?
Oh, he's doing fine.
Did he get another job?
Yeah. He's good. He's good. I don't want to really go into that though because it's.
Well, where's he working?
His life's private. I don't want to bring him into it.
Well, that's why I didn't say his name.
No, you're fine. He's doing fine. He's doing good. He got a new job. A temporary job.
He was at a weed place.
Yeah,
What's
weed
the
place
job?
got shut down for some violations that aren't evidently weren't a big deal. I don't know.
They're
Not my
touching
business.
kids at the dispensary.
Definitely not that. There's no dispensary involved. But
imagine if that's why a dispensary got shut down. It was for
it's
like
crazy that I can see an ice maker and a microwave behind the camera.
that's a washing machine.
That's crazy. Anyway, back on interesting subjects.
I have to pee really bad.
I mean, what time is it?
We're about 55 minutes in.
But what time?
To
You get picked up at
2:30. Yeah, we should probably just end it.
It's 2:30.
No, it's 1:30. Sorry.
So we got 15 more minutes we need to go.
Not necessarily.
Let's do it. You got to hold it. This
I
is
have to
the
pee,
first
bro.
episode.
I've been having to hold it, bro. I'm gonna go pee in this fucking jar over here.
Oh God, guys, you're
I'm gonna fill this up though.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Here, then you talk to the people. I'm gonna go
Okay,
upstairs.
guys, I'll talk about some subject that's cool. Okay, making almost any Nintendo system. You're gonna have to edit your sound. Making any Nintendo system work is quite easy. Most people don't realize that all you have to do is open it up, remove the heat shielding, unscrew the base screws, pull off the cartridge slot, elevate it with a string or something in a pot of hot water on the stove and let it boil for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, the metal and the plastic assume their original shape and will work great. And you won't have to replace any parts. 9 times out of 10, this will work. If this doesn't work, you can go and lift each individual pin with a micro screwdriver. That's fine and it works. It's just it takes a very long time as opposed to just boiling it, which is a lot of like set it and forget it kind of thing. Another cool pro tip: if you have a GameCube controller that has a bad thumbstick for the left thumbstick, you can go and get a Wiimote nunchuck and take that apart, and then take the thumbstick and put just a little piece of paper or something in there to make the hole less shallow. And then you put it on there, and then when you put it on there, it will not only be the exact same as the original thumbstick in feel, it will be a soft yet rigid feel, but it will also it'll be a cool difference because it's white. It's a white little thumbstick. You can get black too, sometimes red, but like I said, it works great. It's equal to OEM, which is important for people's feels. Because if you buy one off Amazon, like a replacement, it's going to feel hard plastic. It's going to hurt your thumb. But if you just get a nunchuck, an authentic nunchuck, they're like anywhere from $3 for a used one to $15 for a brand new one in the box that you can get off Amazon or off of eBay. just dissect that, use that, and I mean, nunchucks are a dime a dozen, so no one cares. I don't normally endorse destroying retro technology, but I feel like the Wii and all of its accessories were mass produced in such a giant fashion that it won't really be a detriment overall to the collecting community. If somebody has a differing opinion, please let me know and why you feel that way. I would love to hear it. Part of that collection I bought from that guy had 2 Game Boy Advances in there, and both, he said one worked and one didn't. Turned out it worked fine. If y'all ever do repairs, get an ohm meter that can check continuity. It will be worth its weight in gold in figuring out what is actually wrong. And you will save yourself a lot of time, effort, and honestly, frustration figuring out what's wrong with it. Oh, my co-host is back. He has relieved his bladder. Don't, that's not pod worthy. We'll have to definitely edit that out. Holy shit!
Fuck you.
I just gave the
Nobody cares.
no. I just gave the audience some great content.
All right.
When you go back and look, you'll be happy.
We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys.
We're gonna wrap it up here.
Thank you so much for tuning into the exx47 podcast.
Oh, this guy.
Featuring
he labeled it his name. What an ass.
featuring John Duplessis.
Featuring Don Dewey. What the fuck? I don't even get co-hosting. Oh, God.
Who says you're coming back?
Guys, in the comments, let him know he's an asshole.
I got my homegirl coming on.
She ain't ever coming on.
She said she would.
She lied. I showed up.
You did.
Snow day.
Snow
I'm a
day.
good friend.
Snow day.
And I actually have good content. When you check this back on your pee break, you're going to be impressed.
Will I?
It inspired me.
I hope you showed everybody.
I might film my own content.
I hope you showed everybody your.
It's the story, guys.
We
We fucked up the continuity.
Follow me on anything and everything at exx47. Like and subscribe. John, where can they find you?
I have no social media presence at the moment. Give me time, and I will have that next episode.
You have an Instagram.
I do, but I don't know what it is.
You don't want to plug?
Oh my God, let me check. This is how almost all podcasts work too.
John,
this feels organic. Ooh, did I sell something on? I sold something on Mercari, guys. That feels good. This wasn't a total waste of time.
Bro, you can just clip this to your beer next time.
My
Look.
Instagram for my business is
Beer Mike.
As always, my co-host.
As always, it's the first one.
He is interrupting me. Anyway, my sorry guys, I think I buttered him. The social media for me is it's not on my impeccable _services spelled as you think it is. Yeah. Check
What's
me
your
out.
OnlyFans?
I don't have an OnlyFans yet. Hit me up though if you're looking for any video games. I ship continental US and I also buy collections. Let me know. It was a pleasure being on the first episode. Hopefully we can do this again. No, fuck no. Hope I get co-host next episode. Jesus Christ. Featuring. Jesus. I'm not butthurt at all about that.
Wave with the camera, John.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hell yeah. We did it, boy.
That's episode 1 down, you
your mic was
piece of
off.
shit. Don't tell me that. I literally delivered some great ass content. You don't even know.
It's a little arrogant, John.
You named the podcast after your Instagram name, you sack of shit.
It's my old Halo clan, bitch.
It is the worst. EXX, guys.
You didn't give me a better idea.
I hope the camera's still on, because fuck this guy.
It is still on. This fucking guy. This asshole.